Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I have 3 easy to build, beginner-friendly projects that you could build in your shop in just one day. And the best part is, all it takes is one cedar fence picket or a 1x6 pine board. It doesn't take any kind of specialty lumber to build these. You can use these around your house, or you could batch them out and sell them for some serious profit. So let's jump right into it. The first thing we're going to do, in this one, I'm just using a piece of scrap board, is I just need to cut 4 pieces 6 inches long. Pretty easy to do that. If you don't have a miter saw, you can just use a hand saw. This is a little, like a mini Japanese pole saw, and it works pretty well. I just drew a line and it makes pretty quick work of it. And it leaves a pretty clean cut. So you don't have to have all the big power tools for this project. Even little hand saws work. So we don't need these this wide, so I'm going to rip these down to 3.5 inches. So we could stop right here if we wanted and assemble this like this. The problem is you see the edge grain here and it doesn't look quite finished. And even though this is a simple project, we want to do better than that. So I'm going to take it back to the table saw, angle my blade 45 degrees, and bevel all these angles, and so it'll fit much nicer together. So now when we put this together, all the corners will line up nice and neat, and it'll look much nicer. So now we just need 2 squares, one that will fit on the inside and one will fit on the outside. So one is 2.5 inches and one is 3.5 inches. Okay, I clamped down a board just for a straight edge. I got my 4 sides, my top and my bottom, and I just use a piece of blue tape and put it upside down by the straight edge and line up my 4 sides edge to edge on that. So when I fold these up, all the edges will be aligned perfectly, and it makes it for just a really easy assembly. So just like that. And I'm going to use some Titebond 3 glue. I buy the big jug because I use a lot of it. Titebond 3 is waterproof, and this is going to be going outside. If you don't use a waterproof glue, projects come apart. And I just use a glue bot, and this doesn't need to be perfect, so I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue down each edge and then one on the end, because that's going to meet up to here. And then I just fold it up. So let's fold it up, and then before you get too far along, the bottom's going to go in there. And so I do just a little bit of glue on each 4 corners of here. And just line that up with the edge on the bottom. Doesn't need to be perfect for this project, but we try to be perfect because we're woodworkers. And then just fold this up, and you can use the tape to hold it in place. Now if you want, you can clamp this up and tape it and let the glue dry, but I want to build a bunch of stuff today. So I use a brad nailer with they're 18 gauge 1-inch brad nails for this project, and I just put a couple nails per side in here, and the nails just hold it in place while the glue dries. And also put some in the bottom to hold the bottom in place. Okay, and then once that's done, we just need to put the top on, and same thing, I'll put a little bit of glue and just a couple nails to hold it in place. And look how nice those corners look now. Just spending a little bit of time doing the bevel cuts instead of just the right angle cuts makes the project look a little bit nicer. So then from the bottom side, which this is the top and the bottom has the smaller insert, I'm just going to take a little marking gauge, or you can just take a ruler, and I'm just going to mark it 1.5 inches up from the bottom. I'm just going to put a little dimple right in the center. I'm just going to do that on all 4 sides, just to kind of mark the center and 1.5 inches up from the bottom. And then I'll just take my drill, and we're going to drill about a 1/2 inch hole. Doesn't need to be exact, but 7/16 a 1/2 inch hole. Then we're going to angle it 45 degrees. And we'll just do that for all 4 sides. Okay, and then when you're done, you're going to have a hole on each side. So then you take a mason jar, which has the lid on it, and you take this lid, make sure you put it on the bottom, not the top. And so this is the bottom. And then take a punch. This is my favorite punch. I use it all the time. And just punch, punch, punch. 3 screws is enough for this, but you can put 4 if you want. And just put some wood screws in there to hold this in place. And then punch the center and just drill a big old hole right in the center. Doesn't really matter what size. Just about that 1/2 inch is what I'm using. Then install an eye screw right in the center of the top, and then use twine or a little shoelace for hanging it. And then you have the perfect non-toxic carpenter bee trap. Great for selling or using around your house. Okay, so I started thinking about this next project, and I know I said that these could be built with 1 fence picket, but this one and the next one is actually going to take about 1.5 fence pickets. So pick yourself up a few. They're really cheap, and don't just buy 1 board. So this one's going to take a couple fence pickets, so no big deal. So the first cut is just 40 inches. We just need 1 40-inch board. So I set up a stop, and we're going to need 3 pieces at 5.5 inches, 6 pieces at 6 inches, and 3 pieces at 6.5 inches. And I'll just move my stop every time, and that way I get repeatable cuts. And don't worry about remembering all these dimensions, because I'm going to give away a free set of plans for this project. All you got to do to get them is comment plans down below in the comments, and I'll send you a link where you can download a free set of this plans, plus plans for a bunch of other projects too. So comment down below, and don't forget to like this video. Okay, so here's all the pieces cut out. On the 3 smallest pieces, we want to drill a hole right down through the center. And I'm just going to do all of them at once. So I'm just going to stack them together, use a piece of scrap, and just drill a hole right down through the center. It doesn't need to be perfectly centered, but I'm going to kind of eyeball it. Okay, now we're ready for assembly. Okay, so these are the bottoms, the sides, and the tops. And this will be the bottom of the board. And so we're going to start with a couple sides and a bottom. Get these out of my way. And I'm using Titebond 3 waterproof glue, easy for me to say. And what we're going to do is just put a little bit of glue on the edge and just nail them in place using some brad nails. I think I'm using 1-inch brad nails here. And then the bottom, you can put a little glue around all 3 sides on the inside. Slide that into place, and a couple nails to hold it while the glue dries. And then I flip it over and put a couple in the bottom too. Wipe away any excess. And then the long ones here are the face. And just put a bead of glue around this and nail the faceplate on. Okay, one done. And then what we do is we space these out 8 inches.
and then drill a hole towards the top. Just make sure it's in the center. And there you have a nice 3-tiered planter just in time for spring.
So for this next project, all you need is one 6-foot fence picket and then about an 11-inch piece from another project that was left over. So you don't need 2 full boards, just one and a partial. So this whole project is going to be cut on the miter saw. If you don't have a miter saw, you can just use a handsaw for this project. There's just a few cuts, and this is a pretty easy one to build. Now, my wife has been begging me to build these for her for quite a while, and I've just been too busy. But I have some time today, so I'm going to make her 2 and surprise her, so they're all done when she gets home. So let's get building. So for this longboard, you just need 2 24-inch pieces and one 23-inch piece.
If you found value in this video, could you do me a favor and subscribe to my channel? I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers and I really need your help to get there. Thanks, guys.
And that's all the scrap there is off the first board. Now you need 2 pieces cut from the short board that will be as long as this is tall. Now these are supposed to be 5.5 inches, and this one is, yeah, exactly 5.5 inches. Some of these vary a little bit, so you don't even have to use a tape measure. All you need to do is lay the board this way and use this to mark your board. And that way you know it's the same length as the width. Okay, so I got my 2 longer pieces, which will be my front and back. I got my shorter piece, which will be my bottom, and then the 2 sides. If you haven't figured this out yet, this is going to be an outdoor planter, but I'm designing this to hang in some brackets off a fence or some deck railings. I like to keep the grain going horizontal instead of vertical. These are square, so it doesn't really matter, but I just think it looks nicer. So just a little bit of glue on the edge. I use 1-inch brad nails. Watch your fingers. These glue bots do work nice. If you're doing a lot of projects, I recommend getting a glue bot. They come in so handy. Some people will angle the nails one way and then the other. And even though the glue does hold, that keeps it from pulling out a little bit. Probably a good habit to get into. Cedar's nice because it resists mold and mildew, and you can leave it outside. So then the last step is just to drill 3 drain holes in the bottom. Okay, one done. I'm going to knock out the other one off camera really quick, and then I'm going to show you how to install them in the brackets that I got that will hang these over your deck railings or your fence. They're going to look awesome.
So these universal brackets work pretty well. You can really adjust them at a lot of different sizes, and it'll probably hang on fences and all kinds of different railing types. The only issue I saw is for my railing, it made the box tilt forward slightly, but that's easily fixable with just adding a spacer to the back of the box.